Dude, this week's update is huge. It's looking like we have really solid evidence that AI courses and products and more are actually making more money than stuff from, I guess we'll call it, the real world. Check this out. Okay, this part's really me. That first part was AI, and man, this might be the best update yet. Seriously, this is unbelievably cool, what you're about to discover. First of all, great news. I'm still giving you Creators AI for free when you take me up on the Rainmaker AI Insider discount, and the 75% discount for Rainmaker AI Insider is back. Yes, 75% discount. I brought it back really in celebration of how cool all of this stuff is. I'll tell you about all of that in a minute, but first, let's get to that crazy thing that I started with, which is AI, in some cases, is actually making significantly more money than real people. Our first example of this is in the corporate world of big money investing. There's an article that Fortune put out. You can see the summary right here on Google. And essentially what happened was they did a split test experiment where they made pitch decks with AI, and they made pitch decks where they had real people make the pitch decks. Now, a pitch deck is basically a fancy term for a PowerPoint presentation that you give to a whole bunch of investors when you're trying to get them to give you a bunch of money to start like a software company or whatever. Now, here's where this gets crazy. According to the article, and you can see the results right here, according to the article, 80% of the people that saw these pitch decks, meaning these investors, not like random people, but 80% of these hardcore, like investor people, thought that the Chat GPT ones, meaning the pitch decks that were made with AI, were more compelling and better than the ones that were made by real people. And the reason this is a big deal is because when an investor finds a pitch deck to be compelling, that usually means they write a check and give them the money. So that's just mind-boggling in and of itself. Now, me and you, we're probably, neither of us are going to go out and create pitch decks and try to raise a whole bunch of money from investors or something, or maybe you will. I don't know. I don't really want to do that. So let me show you something that's a little bit more relatable to folks like us, and that's good old-fashioned social media posts and social media ads. Now, earlier, I told you you could still get Creators AI for free when you take me up on this discount offer. And yes, the 75% discount offer is back until the timer on this page hits 0. Well, one of the cool things about Creators AI is that I'm adding new stuff to it all the time. One of my newer additions is this brand new class that I've created called Social Takeover. Now, in this class, I'm showing you a method of social media marketing that I started testing late last year and really started testing it really hardcore at the very beginning of 2023. And basically how it works is you use AI to create social media posts that are not about you. We're basically using AI to create really helpful content for your ideal perfect person. And then at the end of that really helpful content, we say something like, hey, if you liked this, then maybe go check out my stuff. It's really like that much of a soft sell. So at the beginning of the year, I taught a class on how to do this. It was called the AIOG customer machine. You might remember that. And during that class, I made some of these posts, I actually made a lot of them, and I ran them as ads, and I showed people how to do it. Well, I kind of forgot to turn the ads off, which is a little bit embarrassing and also kind of classic. But boy, am I glad that I did. Because when I remembered that they were still running, I went and I checked the stats, and here's what I found. Now, I turned these ads on like in the beginning of the year, right? So they've been running for months and they're really, really cheap ads. So during like God knows how many months, like 4 or 5 months or something, I spent a grand total of $14,000 on ads. I got 10 grand back in immediate one-time sales, but I also got another $14,000 that comes in every month. So were the ads profitable? Oh, yes, they were very profitable because they're not running anymore. I'm still getting $14,000 a month in recurring revenue from these ads. And a lot of folks have actually tried this method. I've since like perfected it and made it even more effective, which is why I've created that new training about it in Creators AI. But check out what my man Sean here said. He's like, since jumping on board with your stuff, every 8 grand I spend on Facebook, I get $56,000 back. This is a really cool one. This dude, Andrew Coiler, is a musician, and he said, man, he's had great results with this approach. He's getting like $2.50 leads, and then they ended up getting cheaper because he was doing this type of ad. Again, it's all AI. It's like not obnoxious, and it's a super cheap type of ad. Like nobody ever talks about how to run this specific type of Facebook ad. Is different than anything you've ever seen. But he got great results and he ended up getting 90 new customers. As cool as all this stuff is, there is something I want to point out here. I'm not telling you about this stuff to make any sort of income claim or anything like that. I think we can all agree that these folks were pretty smart and they had it going on pretty good before they took my class anyway. I don't have superpowers. You get it, right? I'm not saying like, hey, you're going to make, $50,000 or 24 grand a month or anything like that. I just want to be clear about that. I don't want to be one of those lame internet marketing people that make huge promises blindly. But what I do want to do is show you more cool stuff where AI is actually outperforming real humans. Oh, before I do though, you can actually see this video update that I made where I walk you through the campaigns and all the stats and stuff, and you can see all these comments and everything in our Creators AI community. Now, back to the part where AI is outperforming real humans. I want to introduce you to somebody that you might find a little bit interesting. Here's her Instagram account. This is a nice young lady. Her name is Lil Michaela. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I certainly wouldn't want to hurt her feelings by mispronouncing her name, but I guess I don't care if I hurt her feelings because you know what? She doesn't have any feelings. And it's not because she's a bad person. It's because she doesn't exist. This is not a real person. This is an Instagram account that is 100% AI generated. All of these photographs are AI. All of the content that you would see posted under these are AI generated content. Lil Michaela's got other channels as well, a YouTube channel, I think TikTok channel and all of that kind of stuff. Now, what's interesting about Lil Michaela, aside from the fact that she doesn't actually exist and we're here talking about her, is this. Lil Michaela's posts get $10,000 just for an Instagram post. So whoever's created this account, they're getting $10,000 per Instagram post. And this story's all over the internet, by the way, so you can Google it if you want to and see all the different stories about it. Apparently, Lil Michaela, this non-existent AI-generated influencer, has an 8-figure net worth. Now, obviously, that would mean that whoever created Lil Michaela has an 8-figure net worth as a result of this. So AI is doing pretty good. And this really makes the case for why you would want to enroll in, or actually just take for free, Creators AI, which is this training that I've created for you that shows you how to make online courses using AI, because you can really make excellent online courses using AI, and AI avatars can actually teach the courses for you. So you don't even have to be the face of the course. You can be completely anonymous, just like whoever the person is that's behind this little Michaela account. And you know what? Good for them. Really good for them for utilizing AI and being so successful with it. And if someone else can do it, then I believe that we can also use these tools to our advantage as well. And really, in my opinion and in my personal experience, the best way to do it is through an online course. Here in Creators AI, like through this course, I actually show you how to create the entire course using AI. I mean, like, come up with the idea, do the research, create the content, and create the videos. Like what you're looking at right here, this entire video was done using AI with like zero human interaction at all whatsoever. And the reason I'm so big on courses is, well, let me show you. As you know, I've been selling things online since 1999, and the overwhelming majority of the stuff that I sell is courses. I've created a lot of courses, and one of them I created over 10 years ago is a course called Video Black Box, and I just decided to run a report to see how much revenue that one little course has made me. And the reason I've chosen this course is because I never go out and directly sell it. It's always been like a one-click upsell or something like that that's bundled in with another course. Now, keep in mind, I created this course over 10 years ago and have done nothing since then. And what you see right here is the sales totals, and you can see that like we got 409,000 plus 109,000, so what's that, 518 grand plus another 13,000, so whatever that math is, let's just round it down to $500,000. I created the course once, never changed a thing, and it has given me $500,000. This is why I think online courses are such a big deal. Obviously, aside from the fact that they sell, it's because you do the work once and the course can just continue to sell forever, even if you don't do anything else to it, which is fantastic. Now, speaking of making money and selling courses and using AI, I want to show you something that I'm pretty sure nobody has ever been able to do before, ever. So you're looking at a page that is a customized special page for somebody on my list. And I want you to, hopefully this will work and you'll be able to hear the sound. I'll turn it up just in case here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Now listen to the video, the first beginning of this video. Hey, what's happening, Bobby? Frank Kern here. Okay, super important to notice. The sales video is personalized and the sales page is personalized. All of that done using AI. And I'm happy to tell you, once again, AI is making significantly more money than regular, real human stuff. The page that you just saw and all of the pages where I'm using customized AI videos, even when it's not really me in the video, even when I'm using an avatar like you saw at the beginning of this video, those pages are doing higher conversion than all of my other sales pages that don't use this kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure that Rainmaker AI is the first and only platform that will allow you to do this and do it automatically. And I have pre-built all of the automations for you. So all you got to do is create the video, whether you're using AI to create it or you're doing it direct to camera like you just saw at the beginning of that little sample, and you're off to the races. I've never seen anything perform quite this well. And that's really why I'm giving you Creators AI as a free bribe. I'm also giving you the Sandor certification training that sold for $18,000. I'm also meeting with you live over Zoom every single Thursday for a year. I'm also adding new classes and new trainings constantly. I'm also giving you live open office hours, access to my team every single day for free. Plus, we're doing live Facebook workshops every single Friday over Zoom, absolutely free, just to help you with your Facebook ads. I'm giving you all of this stuff for free just so you will take me up on this incredible discount offer for Rainmaker AI, because Rainmaker AI is the software platform that we use to actually get all of these sales. And when I say we, I mean we. Our private community are all like-minded people. We're using the same tools. We have the same goals. It's a wonderful community, and we're all here helping each other. And I invite you to be a part of this, and I invite you to be a part of this at an absolutely fantastic discount. So you know the deal with these pages. Once that timer on this page hits 0, it's going to redirect you to a page that says expired. Now, earlier, a couple of weeks ago, I said I was not going to bring back the 75% discount. I had to do it, though, because I'm so excited that now you and I have the ability to automatically put personalized AI-generated videos on personalized AI-generated sales letters automatically. So when your leads and customers see this, you're like a billion miles ahead of your competition. And if your experience is anything like mine, hopefully you will also see increase in sales. So my hope is that you're going to get great results from this, and you're going to want to renew next year. That's my big bet. That's why I'm doing all of this for you, is because I'm going to work like hell to help you get results. And when you get them, there's no way you're going to want to leave, because why would you? It's number one, it's really not expensive anyway. And number two, it's working. So when things are working, you tend to want to keep doing them, right? So you see the timer on the page. You need to go ahead and take me up on this offer, because once it hits 0, that 75% discount goes away again. And let me tell you, when your leads see personalized pages with videos that call them by name and make your offer, they're not going to stand a chance. They're going to be blown out of the water. And incidentally, if you don't know what to say in your videos, that's what we help you with in Creators AI. Not only do you learn how to create a product, a really good one, by the way, using AI, but you also learn how to write the copy, get your video scripts done, get everything done using ChatGPT. We're not using anything fancy. We're just using good old-fashioned ChatGPT. Here's an example of me showing you how to do it. And I even give you Google Docs with all of the prompts in there. So it's not going to get any better than this. We've never been in a better time than we're in right now. We've got just all of the odds are stacked in our favor. So take me up on this offer immediately. I promise you, you absolutely will be thrilled that you did. All right, like I mentioned in the little on-screen title thingies, what I just showed you was just the tip of the iceberg in terms of all of the bonuses that you get. When you become a Rainmaker AI Insider, there's actually over $152,000 worth of bonuses that you're getting. So what I'll do for you right now is I'm going to splice in video footage of me explaining every single one of these bonuses and how they will help you. You can also see them listed on the page, but this video overview is good. And at the end of this video overview, I actually take live questions from people asking, like, how do I use this stuff in my specific business? And I show them and actually answer them and help them. So It's a really helpful video to see anyway. So here's all the stuff that you're getting. Amazing editing skills. Once again, here we go, splicing it in. Jazz hand. You ready for an unbelievably high pressure sales pitch? I mean, this is off the charts. High pressure. I'm going to pressure you into taking literally $152,000 worth of bribes from me for free. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic about the pressure stuff, but I really am going to give you all this stuff for free if you take me up on my little discount here. You ready? Let's go. Okay. So I'm basically going to bribe you to let me help you. Literally giving you $152,000 or $152,879 worth of my best tools and trainings just to get you to use my Rainmaker AI software without following up with your leads and without engaging with them on chatbots and stuff. It doesn't matter what else you do. Like, you have to have this kind of stuff. You know, you can't just get leads and do nothing with them. It doesn't work. So I built Rainmaker AI to sort of like help you do that. And I'm going to give you a 75% discount off the price. So of course you're welcome to go to the homepage and pay full price, but you might not want to, because I'm going to give you a 70% discount. People like those. They generally do. And my evil scheme, by the way, there's no upsell for this. I don't have any other business. We don't sell anything else. This is our entire business. So my evil scheme behind doing this is that you'll use it, and like hopefully you'll sell a lot of stuff, which will make you want to use it forever. I've been in business since '99, and that's always been my strategy. You know, the old repeat business trick where you help them and they like you, and therefore they keep buying stuff from you. Seems to work pretty good if you stick with it. So that's why I'm doing it here. And literally, there's no upsell here. Like, this is it. This is all we do. It's all I got. Ain't got no fancy mastermind. Don't need one. This is it. Right. So here we go. Bribe number one, Creators AI. I've never sold this to the public. I only created it for Rainmaker AI users. Hang on. This thing is freaking awesome, by the way. So in my opinion, based on stuff I've sold before and what's previously and currently being sold, I think it's worth $3,000, no problem. So here's what this thing will do for you. Number one, the competitive intelligence is like incredible. So like, if you have an idea for a product, you're like, I'm selling this and I think I might want to start selling this or whatever, you will learn how AI can actually go out. And let's just say you wanted to start selling dog training stuff. AI can go out and find all of the dog training courses that are selling for, like, let's say over $100. And then it can get all of their web pages. And then you can say, analyze all of these web pages and find all of the marketing stuff they have in common. And so now you know all of the marketing things that are powering the best selling dog training courses. And it doesn't matter if it's a course or whatever, like, it's, you know, marketing is marketing, right? So it analyzes what's actually working based on real data, which is pretty good. And then you can take that knowledge, you're like, okay, they all have this type of guarantee, they all have this type of benefit, they're all focused on this type of thing, whatever it is. You can take that, and within Creators AI, I show you how to use AI to create better marketing that focuses on the secret sauce. That's what I call it. That's making the other stuff sell. Because if you know like what the best sellers are, and you find out what they all have in common in their marketing, and you just do a lot more of that, logically, you should probably sell more stuff than them. It's just, you know, kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? So you learn how to do that. I also show you how to use AI to script educational sales videos. One of the most fortunate things that ever happened to me is I stumbled upon this concept of, instead of like coming right out and pitching, you just teach a lot and then pitch, especially in the beginning of your sales cycle. That method has always worked well for me. Challenges, it's hard to do if you've never done it before. So I show you how to use AI to script them. It's really freaking cool. So it doesn't matter what you're selling. It helps to be able to make these types of presentations. Also show you how to use AI to write sales copy. Now, we built the one for email copy, but I mean like all the copy, like web page copy and everything. I don't recommend any of the tools on the market. I'm just showing you how to use this stuff in ChatGPT. It's all in the way you talk to it. You don't say, write me a sales letter about dog training. It's going to give you garbage. Like, there's a specific formula that I show you. It's awesome. It's very, very good. And if you want to, you can also use AI to create really, really good online courses. In this particular training, I actually have you look over my shoulder as I create a course about wedding photography, which I don't know anything about. And the whole thing is AI. The script, the videos, everything is AI. And it's good. Like it's actually good. Like I would be proud to sell it. So that's a very, very cool thing. That's bribe number one. Bribe number two is something that I did sell for $18,000. It's called Sandor. Here's the story of this thing. I'll be very brief. Before I had a software company, I used to work a lot less, and I would have clients that would pay me 40 grand to help them make more profit. And these were like companies that were already doing business, so not a startup or whatever, but people that already has like insert famous person here, like many of them have gone through this program. And so my job was to make them more than they paid me as fast as humanly possible. That was the promise, right? So like, give me 40 grand. I will help you make a lot more than 40 grand, and then we'll automate it and make it consistent. And so no pressure, but that was like that's what I had to do. And I did, and it worked great. So Sandor is a word that I made up, but each letter stands for a step in the process. Is the framework that I created so that I could actually fulfill that promise to them. So it shows you how to find an existing business and find opportunities where that business can make a significant increase in revenue, like immediately, not theoretically. Okay, well, maybe if we created a feathered version of the car, like no, like hard data backed stuff. So in terms of generating fast and sustainable revenue for existing businesses, I consider this to be, I know it's braggadocious or whatever, but I think not only do I consider this to be my life's work, but I think this is probably the single best education you could ever get for how to go into a business, that's making $500,000 a year or more, that's actually doing stuff and help them make significantly more money like now, not in 6 months, but like immediately. And that's what Sandor is built to help you do. So the cool thing about it is I built it to show people how to go out and do that for other businesses. And the majority of the people that bought it actually ended up using it in their own business, which is cool. But what's awesome about it is you can't unlearn this. So when you go through this, we don't give out the certifications anymore. No one cares about the certifications. It's the skill set. God forbid anything happens and you have to start over or something. You will have a skill set that will forever be in demand, which is great. So that's really cool. The third bribe is Rainmaker social media and direct response certification. We created and sold this before I came up with Rainmaker AI. I like the name Rainmaker, and we sold it for $9,800, and it is exactly what it says it is. So this certification shows you how to run social media ads profitably. I run all of my own social media ads. I have personally spent millions of dollars running my own social media ads. I've also had other people do them for me. They've done a good job, but I like the way I do it better because I'm a control freak. Anyway, I show you like what I do and how I do it and why. And this is the framework that I still use to this very day in my own business. And it's also the framework that we used when we had agency clients. Now, if you ever want to do a lot of work for very small profit, open up an advertising agency. It's a great way to do that. But it helped us like get them clients too, which was good. So this goes beyond like just ads and really delves into deep funnel optimization and automated follow-up. And really that's where the magic happens. It's very rarely like, oh, we have a magic ad that goes to a magic landing page and everything's great. It's the follow-up and all the stuff that happens after the click. That's really where the money is made in my experience. So go through this and you will know more about actually getting results from social media than 99% of the human population. And it's another one of those things you just can't unlearn. Like you always have this as a fallback. You have it in your tool belt. Strongly recommend you implement this stuff in your own business because it's really helpful. Fourth bribe, social takeover. Never sold this to the public. Only made it for Rainmaker AI people. Hang on. This is so freaking badass. Hang on a minute. Okay. So I think it's worth your classic 1997 internet marketing, course cost. Again, I've never sold it. No one can have it except for Rainmaker AI people. Um, you know how I told you earlier, like within any given market, you have like this tiny little percentage of people who want to buy today. And then like the majority of them are in the thinking about buying phase. When they're in that phase, they're asking questions about the thing, like about the car they're thinking about buying or the dress or the vacation they want, like whatever it is. Well, you could use AI to literally know the exact questions that your target market is asking about the type of stuff that you sell in real time, which is freaking bananas. And it's not guessing, it's like pulling the data directly out of Google. It's ridiculous. So, therefore, if you know what the questions are, we can use AI to get the answers to those questions, create a little script, and make AI TV ads, just like the ones I showed you at the beginning. So, when you do that now, you can use Rainmaker to post them on social media and people see them, run them as super cheap ads. And when people see them, they're like, oh man, this is so helpful. This is great. And who were they going to go to when it's buying time? The person that didn't help them? No, they're probably going to go to you because it's branding and it's helpful and you're answering exactly what they want to know about the thing. So it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous and it's extremely effective. So never been sold, never will be sold, but you can have it as one of these bribes. Here's my fifth one, AIOG customer machine. Sold this one for $4.97. I was lazy. I didn't feel like writing a long sales letter for it. Should have sold it for more. Loved it though. And everyone who bought it loved it. So 78 years ago, I'm not going to be long-winded with this story, I promise, content marketing was created. I think it was 78 years ago. It was first made, to my knowledge, by a dude named Louis Engle, Engle. And the first content marketing ad was a newspaper ad that had over 6,000 words in it. Google this, by the way. It was used to market this little financial services company. And they didn't think it would work. Like nobody wanted to run the ad. And this Louis Engle dude was a junior copywriter at an ad agency. He wasn't even like a big shot or anything. He was like, just try it, y'all, please. They're like, okay, fine, whatever. We'll run this stupid ad for Louis. It brought in 3 million leads. It worked so well that A, they had to like stop running it. B, they got thank you letters from the public about the ad. C, that company is Merrill Lynch, which before the ad was just like random company nobody heard of. After the ad, global company. The freaking ad worked really, really well. Time passes on. Other people figure this stuff out too. Before the internet, folks like David Ogilvy and other very brilliant people, they create content ads that are similar to the original one that literally brought in billions of dollars. Like this is documented. I'm not just, making stuff out. Like these types of ads, specifically the ones I'm referencing, brought in billions of dollars in revenue. Unbelievable. So I like became obsessed with this. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. Like the challenges, these ads are super long and I don't want to write that much. Nobody else does. So I analyzed all the ads, of which there are a ton, found they all followed a pattern, used AI, figured out a system to use AI to create social media ads, follow the same pattern. These aren't even videos. These are just written content posts. Follow the same pattern and use a little known, super cheap strategy to show them to the perfect type of prospect. This is ridiculously effective secret weapon very few people know about. It is amazing. It works very, 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 very well. And I think you're going to like it a lot. So you can have that. Prime number 6, custom email copywriter. Just showed it to you. Writes emails exactly like me. Put this into perspective. Used to charge $8,000 for one email campaign. Seriously. This is not ChatGPT, like I told you about. I paid some developer folks a whole bunch of money to train a Lambda or a Laura or something. I don't know what the hell they call these things on 12 years of my emails. And it was expensive to build, very expensive. And it took forever. Ain't nobody else got it at all. So nobody has this except Rainmaker AI people. If you want to have a head start on email copy, use this thing. You will have excellent emails written in seconds. And of course, you want to proof it, make sure that it's not making stuff up, obviously, but beats trying to come up with it yourself, you know. And generally speaking, the more good emails you send out that tell people to buy stuff, the more money you're going to make. That's a general statement. Duh. Uh, so there you go. I put the value of this at $8,000 because that's what it used to cost for me to write an email campaign. So there you go. But this is like having me write your email campaigns forever for the rest of your life, as long as you're using the system. Drive number 7, the omnipresent AI bots, this whole chat bot system that I showed you. So this is all custom made. So a developer has built it. I pay this guy a ton of money every month to license it, and we keep adding more stuff onto it. The guy sold one bot to one customer for $8,000. One bot to one customer for $8,000. Like I told you, the way this thing works is you just give it your website, it reads your copy, and then it just knows what to say. And then you can tell it to get them to, ask them if they want a link, or ask them if they want to book an appointment or whatever. It has a job. It does its job, like I showed you. And then when they say yes, and even if they don't, Rainmaker will follow up with them on every channel that it has. So email, SMS, Messenger, like all of them that you are connected to and that you have access to for that person. We follow up with them on everything. So logically, it's going to work better than just getting an email and sending a nurture sequence or something, and it works over SMS, Messenger, direct message, and even on like a little website there. If you want to have a web chat on your site to answer questions and stuff, it's ridiculous, dude. I mean, I showed you the numbers. So gets you leads, sell stuff faster. We found that people that engage with the bot buy about twice as fast, meaning that it's 200% faster between lead to sale using the AI bot. It is ridiculous. So I value it at $8,000. Cost me a whole lot more to actually have it and to be able to give it to you. But dude sold one for $8,000. So there you go. You can like use as much as you want for nothing when you're a Rainmaker AI user. Bribe number 8. We figured that it would be best if you didn't have to figure out all the tech stuff. As a matter of fact, this is an interesting tale. Back in like 2012 or something, we would charge $15,000, hang on, for 2-day workshops where we would have people come into like a hotel, a little like conference room, not a big one. We'd usually get like 30 people at a time or something. So it was so like labor intensive. And it was $15,000. And we would help them install my campaigns into their email thingy and get everything hooked up. And it was like work, man. It took 2 freaking days to do, and it was hard. And it would be like, I'd have to have like 5 team members there to help everybody. But we sold a lot of it, $15,000. Now, what I've done is I've created 24 pre-built, fully automated follow-up campaigns. They've got the pre-written fill in the blanks copy for you already. So you don't have to figure out like, how do I make it send at the right time? How do I make it send this message if they don't do that? It's already done. You just click the green button, has an envelope thing that says email on it, and then you just change the email template, or you use my email writer, and then you hit go, and you're off to the races. And I built 24 of those for you. So like the dream of having the automated system that follows up with people while you're sleeping and stuff that everybody talks about, but nobody does because it's super freaking hard. It's not hard anymore. It's already built it for you. And so you just like fill in the blanks and hit go. And now you got the dang thing. And it works. And I've included within Rainmaker AI only 14 pre-made funnel templates. And I did that by design. So you probably used a lot of funnel or web page builder thingies before, and they're all pretty good. And they all have like a gazillion different templates. Most of those templates just kind of suck. So I'm not going to give you templates that suck. I just took 14 of my best performing funnels, the ones I've spent millions of dollars on ads to like, that worked over the years. And I just made templates out of those. And I even put like my copy templates on the web pages themselves. So you just edit my copy templates and publish your funnel. And now you have a nice web page that should convert better for you. So that's very, very helpful. And that's why there's only 14. There's no reason getting overwhelmed with the 90 billion types of funnels and stuff. Why don't we take the ones that have historically worked and just use those? But if you want to get fancy, you can build anything you want with this thing. I value this at 15 grand because that's what people paid to do this in person for 2 days, and it wasn't fun. It's not fun to sit in a room for 2 days doing tech stuff. So like, this is way cooler. It's already done for you. Bonus number 9, AI custom video integration and automated custom pages. This is ridiculous. Spent not as much as the email writer, but still more than I would have liked to spend having this thing developed so it could talk to those AI video thingies and then like just dynamically put the person's video on a specially made, instantly made page. Oh my God, dude. The money was one thing, but the time it took to figure that out. Whew. Anyway, what this does is it integrates with the AI video makers, like I showed you. So it will instantly make a custom page for the person that started to order but didn't, and it'll have a video of you or an AI avatar or whatever going, hey Jim, notice you started to order but you didn't. That's okay, I've saved your order here, and if you have any questions, just text me with the word questions. What do you know what will happen when they do that? Oh my God, the bot will talk to them. Like all that stuff, it just happens. Blammo, it works. It's amazing. And these pages raised our conversion rates by 394% compared to the ones that did not have them on that test that we ran. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. And I think you'll like it. And obviously, everyone's going to think you're cooler by doing this than, because nobody else really does it. So that's awesome. And now you have it. I'm putting the value as 4 grand because I spent more than that trying to get the damn things to finally work. It was very, very hard to make happen, but we did it, and it's very awesome. So that's great. Bribe number 10, daily on-demand one-on-one help and support. So here's the deal. Every weekday between 8 and 3:30 California time, if you want help with anything, you just click a link and you're on Zoom with somebody from my team, incidentally. So nobody likes reading directions. I ain't gonna read the damn directions. This is software. It's like not fun to read directions. Why would you want to do that? So you can just be like, click, what button do I press? We got you. These are not random outsourced people. Whereas like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna hire this company and hope they like take care of my customers. We don't do that. No, so this is the same team I've had for years. So not only do they know the platform, Rainmaker AI, and how to use it, but they also know marketing. So you can be like, does this make sense to you? And they might be like, no, dude, actually that headline kind of sucks. I would suggest changing it here. Like you want that level of help. To put it in perspective, that this team, my payroll is $47,000 per month, which is a bargain in my opinion. Don't tell them I said that. But it is. It's a very good deal for me. They're wonderful people. And it's like for you, it's like having an on-demand team of tech gurus and marketing consultants, but for free. I just realized the slide says consultant ants. Great at slides, y'all, for free, right? So that's unbelievable. I would value that at $52,000. That is less, if my Googling was correct, that is less than what the average pay is for a secretary. So like, yeah, every day, no appointment needed. Click Zoom, get help. We got you. None of these Zoom calls are sales calls, by the way. We have no other program to sell you. I just want you to be happy and continue using our software for generations to come. That's the plan. So here's bribe number 11. Live Q&A with me every single Thursday. We have done this every Thursday since we got our first customer on September 9th of 2022. And every Thursday at noon, we have an open Q&A where I answer any question you might have about anything you want to know about. And I absolutely love doing these things. And our policy, and this is like a company cultural thing, it's become like this running, like almost like a joke. Like I had COVID over Christmas and came in and did the call and was like, y'all, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but damn it, I'm not missing the call, So like literally we go until there are no more questions left. And to put this into perspective, when I did one-on-one consulting, some people just like to buy one-on-one, I want to come and I want to pick your brain for whatever. So it was a full day of consulting, but I only did 4 hours because there's only so much you can do. You know, like, what are we going to talk about for 8 straight hours? So it was 20 grand for 4 hour sessions. And the majority, well, not the majority, but a lot of household internet marketing names did this. And it was cool and it was fun. And I kind of liked it. But why would you want to pay that? You can get the same level of advice that I would give them, but you don't have to pay for it. You can just ask me on Thursday and I'll answer you. And it's good, you know? So I would value that at 52 grand just because of the amount that I would charge for a 4 hour session. And that's real. Like, it's not like I sold that once or something. Like, we had plenty of people do that and it's fun. I always told them the same thing, follow up more. But, you know, figuring out how to say that for 4 consecutive hours can be challenging, you know? So here's bribe number 12, which is our private online mastermind group. We have a private Rainmaker AI community. It's not a Facebook group. It's like a real community. There's over 2,000 active members. They're all using Rainmaker AI. They're all just folks like us. And basically, the experience is like being in a 25K mastermind, you know, like the ones where you like have to leave the house and you only get to meet 3 times a year and you got to sit in a hotel room and eat crappy food and all of that. It's like that, except you don't have to leave the house. And it's free and it's every day because our community is super freaking active. We're in there all the time, like making posts, sharing new stuff, showing new trainings and stuff is great. So, like I said, my team and I post in there all the time, and easily, in my opinion, worth more than the 25K mastermind things. I think they all, isn't it weird that they all kind of cost 25 grand? I think this is way more valuable to you because it's always on. You don't have to leave the house. So like, yeah, duh. All right. So the total value, literally, if you add this up, my math is off. It's actually more than what I put here. It's $152,879. You can have it today for the low, low cost of free when you become a Rainmaker AI annual user. I call that being a Rainmaker AI insider. If you want to do that, go to rainmakerai.com/cool, just COOL. If someone would please put that in the comments in our Zoom thingy for me, that would be helpful. And you'll get a 75% discount. So if you go to the homepage, you'll see it's $497 a month to use Rainmaker AI. If you do the annual thing, I will give you $152,000 worth of stuff and give it to you with a 75% discount. Just pay once for the year. You're good. You can have it all. That is rainmakerai.com/cool. And there you go. So I appreciate you coming here to this, A. And B, it's been, man, I've been talking forever. Sorry. So B, how about I answer your questions? I would love to. But the trick to the questions is to put them in the Q&A thingy. So I see the comment box thingy over here. We'll lose your questions in the comments because it moves. So please put them in the Q&A thingy, and then I can answer them. And the best ones are the ones like, how do I use this if I have a nail salon? Or how do I do this kind of stuff if I'm selling XYZ? Like, that's, I think, the funnest types, at least for me to answer. But I'll answer anything that I can for you. But if you want to save 75%, work with us all the time, have a team of people behind you and an awesome community, rainmakerai.com/cool. I've said this, I've done this webinar a couple of times, and I always say this because I believe this very sincerely to be true. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Like, last one I did went over well, so I'll use the same metaphor. Like, if you want to become a chef, for example, in order to be a good chef or even a moderately good chef, you need like 3 things. Number one, you need like chef tools, like the knives and the spatulas and stuff. So you got to have the tools, right? That's what Rainmaker AI gives you, the tools, like pre-built follow-up campaigns, chatbots, two-way SMS, funnels and all that. That's your tools. But you also have to know how to cook. So someone's got to show you how to cook properly. And that's what all of our training gives you, which we add to the training library all the time, by the way. But all those bribes, that's the training. And the third component of any successful thing that you want to do is a community of people that are also doing that stuff. Like great chefs don't just stay at home and never talk to any other chefs. They like talk to the other chef folks, and they like, oh, dude, you put whatever turmeric in there, I'll be down. I was putting bleach. No wonder yours tastes better. You know what I mean? So like those are the three things. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but if you have those three things, then you're going to have a much better chance of getting the outcome that you want, being a good chef in this particular metaphor, than if you didn't. And that's what we're giving you. We're giving you the tools and the education and the community, and we're giving it to you for a year. And incidentally, to answer the question I know will be asked in advance, when you renew or I'm not just going to renew it without reminding you 7,000 times. So, it's a year from now when it'll renew for your second year, you're locked into that price. So the price will not go up. It doesn't matter what we add to the software. You're not going to pay anything extra for it. So yes, to that question, is you get to keep that level of price for as long as you renew. And yes, of course, we will remind you before we renew. I don't want you to be charged if you don't want to stay your second year. That would suck for both of us. You would be mad at me, and that would suck for me. And then I would have to answer to your wrath. And it makes you look bad with your merchant account people. So we'll take good care of you there. So we got questions from the Q&A. I would be delighted to answer them. I know I was rambling a little bit there. Sorry for that. I just get excited. This is really, really good. It's a hell of a program. We're very, very proud of it.
Awesome. Gio says, would this work for a Spanish-speaking audience?
Yes, it does. So our platform and the AI supports every language that is written from left to right, like this. So as long as the language is written in left to right, you're good. There are languages that are written the other way, from right to left. One of them is Hebrew. We learned this the hard way. So we had a client that was in Israel and was like, dude, it doesn't write properly. And we're like, oh man. So yeah, if you're left to right, you're good, and we need to address that, but I don't quite know how to do it yet.
Derwin and Karen asked if this would work for affiliate or MLM products that basically aren't theirs, that they sell.
You know what? Let me show you a little something. Let me show you a thing or two. Again, it's rainmakerai.com/cool. This is what the page looks like right here. Notice the deadline on there. That's real. Don't do fake scarcity, y'all. It's a good way to get in trouble. But when you're part of our community, first of all, I'll just kind of give you a tour this is what the community itself looks like. When you need help, please let us help you. Check this out. Any day, here we are today. Just click, boom, support. You just click that and you're on Zoom. We also do group onboarding sessions. If you're running Facebook ads, we have Facebook Friday every day. Every Thursday, we got me. You're stuck with having to talk to me. So here's how you get support. But here's our classroom. And specifically to answer that question about doing affiliate stuff, yes, you can certainly use it to do that. And I even put together a training series specifically for you. So if you don't have a list and if you don't even have the product yet and you're not quite sure what to sell, this is where to go. It's called, let me show you again right here. Go to Classroom. Look at all these. I didn't go through all of the courses that are in here because it would have been the longest description of additional courses ever. But you want to scroll down here, and where did I put it? Now I just had it. Quick Wins is the name of it. And this is cool because it allows you to go and find out, number one, okay, I like cats, let's just say. What do people buy? Is that a market worth selling stuff in? And AI will actually tell you, okay, here's what people are buying. And you can be like, all right, well, show me all the stuff they're buying. Show me the top sellers in each category. So great. So in the first 20 minutes of this thing, you will know that your market that you want to serve is right. Doesn't even matter what the product is, but you know that the market buys stuff. You'll know what domain to use. You always want to use a memorable domain, and you will have that domain hooked up to Rainmaker in the first 20 minutes of the thing. And then right here, showing you how to get leads from social media just by posting. and also showing you how to find stuff to sell and what type of sequences to use to sell affiliate offers. Very long answer to a basic question. Sorry, y'all. Just like showing our stuff. We're really, really proud of this. This community is great. Like, look, got a lot of folks in here. 2,100 people. Um, Everybody's like, there's 59 people on there right now doing stuff, talking to each other. It's a great, great community. Super good. Rainmakerai.com/cool, COOL. Probably should have made one with a K too.
Christina says, can I use it as an agency?
Mm. Yes, kind of. So you can charge people um, and run their offers and manage their emails and stuff from within your account. That could get confusing. So we have for agencies, we will give you wholesale accounts once you're a user. So we give you like an even bigger discount for a second account, and then you can sell that for however much you want to. You can also be an affiliate. So we created an affiliate program. Dudes, I haven't had an affiliate program since like 2010 or something. This is the first thing I've ever created an affiliate program for since then. And I did it because our customers asked for it, which was very flattering. So thank you, customers that asked for that. But you can also just resell it and get 40% commission if you want to.
Awesome. Diane says, can I use this? I sell a therapy course for women 35 to 45 who are going through heartbreak, and I currently send them to an HVG to download and then try to get them to book a session with me.
That's perfect. So yes, you can. And I'm assuming that that process is working. So I built something for you, and I think you might like. I built a lot of things for you. So this is like when you use Rainmaker itself, we have two little universes. We have our community and all the training and stuff, and that's like in this world, So this is like where all our classroom and stuff is, and our calendar and yada yada. It's very good. And then there is the actual software. And what I've done built for y'all is like everybody lives basically in like funnels and marketing. We got funnels, which are the web pages and stuff. And then we have the automated stuff. All right. And social media planner is awesome too. So if you come here and type in the word fast, okay, I built all of these campaigns that are designed to get sales and or appointments as fast as humanly possible. I know the name's cheesy. I call them fast money campaign, but that's what they're for. So if I were you, I would use one of these, depending on whether you're using email or text, because I built them for both, to turn those new leads into appointments as quickly as humanly possible. We have the conversational like chatbot that answers questions, and then we have another one that just books appointments, and that's this one right here. And this thing is ridiculous. It'll do it over text, and you can just send a text and be like, hey, do you want me to, set aside some times to talk this week? And if they say yes, it'll actually check your calendar. Of course, we have built-in calendars, integrates with Google, iCal, Outlook, all that stuff. It'll check your availability, and it'll like talk to them and be like, okay, cool. I have Monday and Wednesday. Either one of those work. All right, great. Wednesday, I got 10:30 and 4:30. And then they're like, okay. And it just books the freaking appointment, and it does it automatically. And that's this one right here. And it's like, we used to pay a human. I forgot the money, $1,500 or 3,000 a month. I forgot, but we paid a person to book appointments for people that would start to sign up, but didn't. And they did okay. And then we built this and we deployed this, and we got 300% more appointments on day one than we got from the human that did it over a month. So it works very, very well. Anybody who needs appointments, this guy right here.
Awesome. Ryan Miller says, how to use this for a barn builder? I'm assuming they build physical barns.
Oh, this is fantastic. So if you're selling, I'll say that the principles apply the same, but let's assume you're selling like geographically, just within your own service area. I would, and I'm going to explain the logic here. The reason I'm recommending this particular strategy is because people probably are going to want to talk to you before they buy the barn, So I would use these guys. right here. Again, special offer, rainmakerai.com/cool. Get a year's access, get like the greatest bonus offer in the history of bonus offers. So I would use these, okay, Facebook lead formats. And my ad would say something like, read this if you want to buy a barn or something, like literally that obvious. And then they fill this in right here. And I wouldn't necessarily have them talk to the chatbot. Instead, I would use this guy right here. And let's see here. It is actually this one for new leads. All right. So they fill out your Facebook form. This thing integrates with your Facebook stuff. Like you just click it, you don't have to do programming stuff. You literally click the button and it just integrates with it. So they fill out that thingy, does all the pipeline stuff. And then it'll be like, hey, we just filled out our form about building a barn. When can we talk about what it is that you want? And so it'll just book the appointment with them right there over text. But if you want to be really, really awesome, all right, we can do this one little step. And I'll show you the step in a minute, but I want to precede this step with a story because it's true and it's very, very inspiring. So right before COVID, when we were doing Sandor certification, this dude named Josh bought Sandor, $18,000 certification. And Josh was younger than me. He was like in his 20s, and he had a software company and he had sold it. And he was like, I don't know what to do. I think I'll learn how to do this stuff. This seems cool. And I was like, okay. And so he goes through the certification. He's like, you know what? I don't actually have to do anything. I think I'll just help my dad. And his dad is a remodeling contractor, like kitchens and bathrooms, all right, in South Carolina. Now, this is where this gets to be amazing and very inspirational. So dad's chugging along, business fine, whatever. COVID hits, not that great. They run an ad, and the ad looked like this one, okay? And it said, read this if you're thinking about remodeling your kitchen or whatever, and it was like, a new book shows like 24 things you need to know before you hire a remodeling contractor. Okay, so the person would fill this thing out. There was no AI bot or anything. What would happen was my man Josh would have somebody call them and say, hey, you just requested our thing about the 24 questions. Where do you want us to send it? And they'd say, oh, here's my address, And then they'd be like, okay. And they would actually send it to them. And they say, all right, cool. When are you thinking about remodeling? And they'd say, whatever. And they'd be like, well, you want us to come out and take a look at it? And they'd be like, yeah. During freaking COVID, they did this. Okay. And it was his father's best year ever in the 20 plus years of that business because of that one thing. And we didn't have Rainmaker AI at the time. But if you want to sell, the reason I'm going this deep is because it's a very similar kind of sale. If you want to be like the baddest mofo in history, this will work for anybody that's getting leads and wants to do this. You can click this little button right here. You type in the word call. I'm going to call them. All right. Kablammo. This will call you. Okay. And it'll call you on the number that, you give it when you sign up, and you can tell it what to say to you when you answer. So you would typically say something like, person's name just opted in about buying barns. Press any key to connect. And if you press any key other than like hang up on your phone, it'll dial that person. So you get a lead and like, blam, you're calling them right away if you want to. Like, you don't have to, you can just not answer the call or like not press the key to connect. So you're not, like, holy shit, I didn't mean to call this guy. But dude, that little button right there, if you add that to this little section, I think your barn selling problems, if you even have any, you probably are doing fine. But I think you'll sell the ever living crap out of the barns, and basically anybody. This is like when I was saying, if I had to start all over, this is what I would do. Facebook lead form ads to a bot, but I would pop that little call thing in there, and I'd call the new lead and be like, hey man, what do you need? Get customers. It's not rocket surgery, but that little feature right there is what makes it awesome. Love these kind of questions, by the way. Thank you. This keeps me sharp and also allows me to show off cool stuff. Here's the page, blatant pitch, rainmakerai.com/cool. It'd normally be damn near $6,000 for the year. It's $14.97 with this discount, and you get all these bonuses. What else we got, man?
Nice. Stacy says, I have a company that helps people get competitive rates on power. How would I use Rainmaker to get more?
I would want to know what happens when they give you money. Is it a phone call that you make with them, or do they fill out something online? So let's just pretend that they're filling out something online, like they're going to a web page or something. I would use the bot. So I would use I would definitely use our chat bot. Here's how it works. So Facebook lead form ad, again, like I know it's super basic, but guys, these things just freaking work. So the ad would say something like, read this if you want to save money on power. All right, on your power bill. Like, seriously, that obvious. And the reason you do that is because Facebook's machine learning, after you get a couple leads, it's like, oh, these are the types of people we should start showing this ad to. So your costs go down. So anyway, they pop in there. And the way the bot works, let me get out of here. Bot's right here. All right, is you come over her and you click on, we want to train it. So let's see here. Oh, train the bot, duh. All righty. See, I've trained it on rainmakerai.com. I just said, go to my website. But let's say you don't even have your website. You can go to Chat GPT and just like, you know, give all the rates and all the comparisons and everything in a document, and then just paste the text right here, and it will train the bot on how to do the rate comparisons and everything. So I would use that and then be like, would you like to book a call, or would you like to do whatever the next step is? And so I would probably use that based on the little knowledge that I have about like how your sales process works.
Awesome. Bob says, I sell national brand metal detectors to the masses. How would this work?
That is really fascinating. No, for whatever reason, like my brain is like, dude, no way. I'm remembering like being at the beach with metal detectors, and the beach is like right there for me. And now I'm like, I wonder what's out there. Um, you run ads, and whether they're lead form ads or like regular traditional style ads. By the way, I didn't share this with y'all in my high pressure sales pitch, but I show you how to do like Facebook ads the way that I do it right here. These two, boom, boom. Facebook tracking and customer hunting 101. So anyone that's spending like under $500 a day on ads, this stuff is perfect for you. So you essentially can do two things depending on how your sales process currently works. If you have a sales page that actually works now, and a sales process that's working well now, I would run ads to that. And then when you get a lead, like someone who starts to order but doesn't, or maybe people are requesting the catalog or whatever, I would put them into a more aggressive follow-up sequence, such as, and again, like this is all depending on, I don't know how your sales process works, but I would pop them in one of these suckers right here. If you're selling primarily online and you want to get like as much money as you can, I might put them in the same day deadline. Like, okay, cool. Well, you know what? Because you just are new, we want you to be a metal detector customer forever. So if you order by today, then you'll get X% off. And like here's the sequence. It's already built. You don't have to do any of this stuff. We program it to start at 7 a.m. You can change all this stuff, but you just fill in the blanks on the emails right here, or you just use our AI email writer. So I would start with something like that, assuming you're selling already from a web page. That's my guess, that you already have some kind of sales thing that's working. If you have to talk to them on the phone, then I would use the AI bot to book appointments. And if you want to be hardcore, I would press that little button and add the call feature, where you can have somebody on your team call them immediately and be like, oh, dude, thanks for asking about the metal detectors. What do you use them for? And then do you want one? There's no need to have a high pressure deal or anything, but those are the ways that I would use it. Again, that's all like kind of vague because I don't know exactly how you're selling them, but off the top of my head, that's what I would do.
Larry Vinette says, I use LinkedIn ads. Does this integrate with that?
It does, but I don't know a damn thing about LinkedIn ads. So we have let's see, we integrate with all kinds of stuff over here. So if you come over here, ladies and gentlemen, and you click on, it's probably right in front of me, integrations, you can connect to your TikToks, you connect to your LinkedIns, your Shopify's. If you like the Shopify, like if you can figure out Shopify, you're a genius. But anyway, so yes, it does integrate with LinkedIn, but I don't know. I've never run LinkedIn ads successfully, so I'm limited on that. We also have a planner, social media planner, where you can schedule your post to all of these platforms as well. And LinkedIn is one of them. I apparently have like a lot of people that follow me on LinkedIn, and I never post there. So I know that's dumb, but I don't. It's not that smart of me, is it? But yeah, it works fine with LinkedIn. But you got to figure out how to do the ads. I don't know how to do it.
Frederick Hahn says, I have a design build business upgrading rooftops, terraces, balconies. Does this apply to me? I kind of answered this a little bit.
Oh yes, dude. So like businesses like that, to me, are the lowest hanging fruit because you're probably geographically, limited. Like you're probably not going to drive 7,000 miles, from Georgia to Wisconsin. That's probably not 7,000 miles, but you know what I mean? Like you probably have a service radius. So you can literally be like, and your your sale price is so high. That's the word I'm looking for. Again, y'all, if you want to be able to have us help you all the time for a year, go to rainmakerai.com/cool. Let me show you something. This is what I would do. I would build this type of ad leads right here. All righty. I'm in my real life Facebook account now. Don't flake out on me, Facebook. I would ignore this. We actually have a Facebook ads builder in Rainmaker AI that uses AI to write your ads, but I want to show you just how to do it. Just if you decide not to use us, I don't want to be like, you only have to do it through us. So anyway, we just say, okay, our campaign objective is leads. That's cool. We're not going to bother with anything else. Over here, this is where the magic happens. So we want to use that Facebook lead form thing. So it's instant forms. And then right over here under, where's my audience? Okay, this is where we want to do it. We click edit right here, and we're going to type in the address of your shop. All right. So let's just say it's, I don't know. Okay, fine, whatever. Right there. All right. So that's a store or a restaurant here, but you get it. And so if your service area that you're selling to is 50 miles out, like that's as far as y'all are going to go, and whoop, right there. So now you're targeting everybody within 50 miles of this location. All right. And then I would make sure that we don't use this. So we're not. So that's good. Advantage plus placements is good. And then my ad right over here, well, there's no point in me showing you the ad part, but the ad part would say something like, read this if you want to get insert the technical sounding thing that you said earlier about like roof design and stuff like that. I used to be a roofer, by the way. That's right. I used to sell roofing, and I would do it by going into the buildings, commercial properties with a clipboard, golf shirt on. This is before I had tattoos and looked like a murderer. And I would see the little watermarks in the ceilings. I'd be like, who's the property manager here? And they would just tell me everything. So I had a clipboard. I had to be a real person. I would call the property manager and be like, hey, man, y'all have leaks over at the store on, First Street. He wants to fix them. And they'd be like, oh my God, yeah, I can't believe someone actually called us. It was great. So been sold that kind of stuff before. Contractors, things like that, like that little formula, as basic as that is, I really wouldn't get much more complicated than that from the ads perspective. And then the within the Rainmaker part, I would use the same workflows I showed you earlier. I come over here, all of our automated stuff. Now, this, we've got like 40 of them. I told you I had 20 something. Actually, we built more automations. So there's a lot in here. So I would type in fast again and use one of the, where was it? New lead appointment setting one for you and have that little call feature in there. By the way, forgot to tell you this. When you go here and you enroll, the next page that you see is not an upsell page. I can't reiterate this enough. We have nothing else to tell you. Like, this is the whole business model. It's a two-step process. We get customers and keep them. That's our whole thing. That's all we care about. So the next page, it takes you 10 seconds to do this. It asks multiple choice, like, okay, what are you doing? You know, can you take orders? Do you do it online? Do you do it over the phone? You know, do you have a list? And just non-invasive, doesn't ask you about your money or anything. And then based on your answers, our system will tell you which of these, because there's a freaking ton of campaigns that I built here for you. Like, there's over 40 of them. It'll just tell you which ones to use to get the result that you want immediately. And then it'll just send you, like, here's the video to do that, you know, so you don't have to wade through everything. I forgot to tell you that, but we really thought this through. And I built that in Rainmaker, by the way. So it can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Awesome. More people asking about their specific business. Newton says, can this work for me as a private money lender to investors?
Yes, absolutely. And it's the same process. You know, only because you're going to do that over the phone, right? Like, you're not really, they don't go and buy the thing on a web page. You know what I mean? So I'd run those Facebook lead form ads, and I would be very discouraging in like the ad. So in my horse ad, for example, if I was selling horses and the starting price for my horses was $20,000, my ad would say horses for sale, starting price $20,000. Enter your info for more, or, you know, enter your details for more information. These types of ads. So in yours, I would do the equivalent. Now, I don't know how to word that because I don't really know about private money lending, but I'd probably say something like, you know, private money lending available for insert, you know, very specific criteria, a person here, you know, minimum requirements X, fill out info for, you know, or fill in your details for more info. And then I'm not even sure I would use the AI bot necessarily for that, although you can. Actually, yeah, I would, because I forgot to tell you about the AI bot. It does a little bit more than answers questions. It can qualify people. So right over here, I don't want to like over tech it, you know, and make it weird, but this isn't particularly difficult. But right under the train your bot world thingy, we have, let's see, extra instructions, and we can qualify them. So in mine, right here, this little script, this isn't actually a script. This is you giving instructions for how the bot should like handle itself and what you need to know. And right here, I want to know if they have a website, and I want to know if they have an email database. This is me qualifying them. So you could actually have it ask them qualifying questions and get that data. And right here, you can just store it as a variable name. So like, if someone says, yeah, here's my website, I can come over here. Now I'm going to show you contact info, but it's not real. It's all fake. Just want you to know I'm not in the habit of just showing people's contact data. This is just a bunch of fake things I downloaded. You could go and you could say like, okay, show me everybody where, you know, their, I forgot what it was called. You can make up the term for it, leads. Well, I forgot whatever it was. But anyway, that little variable, you like search for everybody who has that field not empty. And so like, okay, cool. And then mine is also trained to ask if they have a list. So it'll tag them as has list if they say they have a list. So you could have that do whatever you want, you know. So if you want to pre-qualify them using the bot before giving them the opportunity to book an appointment with you, it'll do that. It is badass, dude. I'm telling you, like, this is really, really next level stuff. It's very good. We're very proud of it. I did not build the bot. Clearly, I mean, you know.
Joseph G says, I sell video production for social media and video editing with a monthly fee. Is this good for me?
Yep. And I done, not only is it good for you, but I done built your funnel already. So anybody that is doing agency style stuff, this one right here works ridiculously well for specifically that kind of stuff, because our very first agency that we started was a 10 grand a month service. And boy, was it hard. It wasn't hard to sell, but man, it was hard to manage. Having a large team is difficult, I found. But this is the sales letter structure for that type of service. And like, we do this in the sales, in the funnel templates. You'll notice that I'm teaching you how to write the copy within the copy itself. Is pretty cool. But essentially, like, you use this template, and what I would do then is have them apply. I would like to reveal the price up front, and then I would have them apply. And I would use this funnel template and the sales page template, because this worked like well, and our first one was 10 grand a month, so worked real good. So I would use this template for sure, in combination with the TV style ads as well as Facebook lead form ads. If you're expensive though, I would disqualify people in the Facebook lead form ads. I'd be like, done for you social media video production, starting at X dollars per month, just to disqualify people who don't have any money. You'll still get them, but you know
Thomas Hawking and Vincent Capria both are in real estate and insurance. Would it help them get leads?
yeah.
Nice. Let's see. Todd says, do you have trainings to determine a super duper extra focused target audience?
Yes,
Nice.
I do. So I didn't want to like take forever describing the classes. So where am I? This one. And you want to go right here in social takeover. And you want to, where are we? Yeah, this one, in the how to get famous one. I walk you through the targeting stuff. This happens to be like right on that video. And forgot to show you all this. We took, how we do those Q&A calls every Thursday with me? We've been doing them forever, since 2022. So we took hundreds of hours of those, and we fed it into a different AI system. And you can actually ask it stuff, and it goes through like all of that data from the Q&A calls, and it gives you an answer. And it's really good. Like, it actually gives very good, intelligent answers, which is cool. So that's another way just to get what you want faster. So everything we do is designed to make sure that you get what you want, so you'll be happy, and therefore come back and stay. We don't want, we're not fly by night. We're gonna like fly until I kick the bucket, and then my kids keep flying the plane. That's the idea with this company.
Vincent says, I'm trying to create a trading room so I can teach people around the world how to trade futures. Will this help me bring attention to my room and sell this as a monthly subscription?
Yes. So I didn't go over all the features because I didn't want to like bore you, but I'll do that with like super fast overview. So web pages, funnels, emails, shopping cart, one-click upsells, order bumps, all of that stuff, memberships, recurring things. And it has the same functionality as like Kajabi. So you don't have to use a third party to host your stuff or any of your courses or anything like that. This is what I would recommend. Like, so the mechanics of doing it, easy. Like, we host your videos for you, so you don't have to use Wistia anymore. We got the thing where you can track how long somebody watched your video, and then if they made it to the pitch, you can put them in an email sequence, like all of that stuff. It can do all of that. So mechanically, it's all simple to do. this is where I would direct you, because this training is so freaking cool, is Creators AI. So if you want to do this trading room thing, number one, it looks like there's a ton of stuff in here. There is, but it's because I updated a lot. So you see these things where it says draft, like you won't actually see that. It's just when something gets outdated, I make a new version. That's why these are here. Anyway, you want to do like sell trading stuff. All right. Well, logically, it would make a lot of sense for us to go and figure out what the best selling trading floors are and validate that they actually do sell and they're selling for X price or whatever, and then have AI look and see what their marketing is, and then see like what their curricula is. And then now we can base your pitch, assuming everything's true. Obviously, you don't want to make stuff up, but assuming everything's factually accurate, now you build your marketing based on what you know for sure is working because you found it. You can say, hey, find me the top sellers of this type of thing that costs more than this much money. It'll like freaking find it for you. It's amazing. So once you have it, sounds like you don't need any help creating the course. So you come down here to week 5, and this is where you go through the sales process, where we're using AI to script out the video pitches, script out the sales copy, and all of that kind of stuff, and actually build the funnel for you. So, yeah, to answer your question, yes. But please, I would say, I don't know you personally, but that industry, just please make sure you're cool and your compliance. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be getting in trouble with El Hombre by making any sort of earnings claims or whatever. So, be aware of that.
Yes. Renata says, I have multiple businesses. Can I use this or can I use it for multiple businesses, including fundraising?
Yes, but there's a catch. We can, like, one account can integrate with one Facebook page and one payment processor. But other than that, if you're selling, if it's all coming through you, like my Facebook page, I've sold courses, I sell this software, so it doesn't really matter. It's all under my same Facebook page. It's irrelevant. And it all comes into the same merchant account anyway. So if you're okay with that, then yes, you can have as many different domains, as many different funnels, as many different email sequences as you want. I say that, surely like there's got to be some kind of limit to it, like if you had a billion, you know what I mean? But we've never heard of such a thing. So the short answer is yeah. And in the event that you need a separate account, we sell them a lot cheaper to existing users, so people who want to resell it or whatever, get a better deal.
Nice. Let's see.
rainmakerai.com/cool annual.
Nice. Sasha says it says we get 44,000 emails a month. Any call and text credits?
It is enough credits to get 44,000 emails, and I can't remember the amount of texts and calls and stuff, but basically it's like 30 or 40 bucks. I forgot how I set it up. Worth of stuff for free. And then it's, if you exceed that, then it is less than 1/10 of 1 cent per email. And I think the texts are, Tyler, is it 7/10 of a penny for a text or something, or a segment?
It's whatever, it's resold by Twilio. So whatever those local rates are, you can just look it up on Twilio's site.
Yeah, but you don't have to set up Twilio. We're just, that's our backbone, for the texting and calling and stuff. But if you end up having usage fees, that's good, because that means you're getting a lot of action, And if you don't use all of your credits, they roll over to the next month. So in the event that you don't send 44,000 emails or whatever, then next month you got, whatever, you can send 80,000 of them or something. You get the idea of the whole rollover concept.
We'll take one more question. Frank says, should I use this to promote my free course in school, leading them to high ticket, with the bonus and a more tailored experience are used to promote my free course, leading them into a monthly payment to gain access to the rest of the course.
What was the second half?
Second one was promote a free course, send and then sell a monthly recurring membership.
Well, they're both viable. So I would go with like they both work as a model. If you don't already have a school group built, like we have the same functionality. The reason I'm on school is because I got on school before we built a communities feature. By we, I didn't build a damn thing. Let's get that clear. But before that was available. So I'm not about to ask 2,000 something people to migrate over. It would be inconvenient. But we have the same thing now, so they both work well. I would choose whichever one you've already sold if you have sold either one of them. And if you haven't, the join the community for free and then book the call for the higher ticket stuff is probably the way to go.
Awesome. All right, that'll be the last question for the Q&A.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you very much. Go here, save yourself 75%. This is the real thing, guys. I mean, these bonuses are no joke. These are where the hell did they go? There they are. All of this stuff is really, really, really solid. None of it is as cool as Rainmaker AI, though. And really, no training in the world is going to make up for not following up with people. The people that would pay 40 grand to me and I would have to like get the money really quickly, the Sandor people, inevitably, what I would do is I would be like, okay, let's go through like the past 12 months of revenue and let's see what your biggest month was. And it'd be like February. Okay, what were you selling in February? And we go and we would see the emails that they sent and the ads they were running. And I'd be like, let's do that again. And then I would just automate it and then send traffic to it, and that would work. And that was basically it. Sometimes I tell them to add more one-click upsells, but if you don't have the tools, then you're not ever going to get the result. Like you must have, if you want to cook, you got to have the stove. And the Rainmaker AI is the stove. And the best part of it is I've built all this stuff already for you. It is a lot of stuff in here. It can appear to be overwhelming, when you're looking at, oh my God, dude, there's like 40 something things, which is why instead of trying to figure stuff out right after you enroll, it takes 10 seconds to answer the multiple choice things, and our system will tell you which one to do and even send you the videos of how to do it. And if you don't want to watch those, you can just come over here and click right there and just talk to somebody. We got you. We like it. It's our whole gig. I promise you it's not a sales call. It's the whole trick is just to make sure that we get you your results as quickly and as consistently as possible. So you'll be happy. So next year you'll be like, hell yeah, dude, I'm staying on. This is great. I love these dudes. That's our whole business model. And, I think we're doing something right because we got 2,100 people in here and you can't be doing something wrong and have a private community because you'll just have 2,100 people pissed all the time, and we don't have that. And that's good. So come on and join us. You'll like it a lot, I promise you. And regardless, I sure do appreciate you being here this long. Good God, I've been rambling forever. So yeah, that was a long one. So y'all have a good rest of the week, and thank you for coming. And yeah, I'll see you on our Thursday calls. Take it easy.